Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to make a quick video talking about my newfound opinion, if you will, of Chris Boers, the Irate Gamer. There was a video released last night, or if I don't get this uploaded, it was released the 25th, I guess, last night, late last night, by Chris Boers, the Irate Gamer, and he actually made some shout outs to a few people. Now, the reason that I find this to be kind of important and a reason to sort of change my thoughts on sort of how I felt about Chris Boers, or maybe some things that I may have said um, about him at some point. I would say that my opinions or whatever have changed about him in the sense of what kind of person he is, and how he does deliver himself and how he defends himself. Um, I don't take back anything I've said in my videos necessarily. Mainly it's just things I may have left as comments. There were probably certain things I've said that maybe I would have changed necessarily had I known how things are now versus how I made those videos. Now, I don't know if I should really go into a history lesson, and if you're just one of those AVGN fanboys that just hates Chris Boers for no matter what he does, you really should look into something as into a broader spectrum, and start to look at other sides of the story, you know. Um, just with the recent events that has happened with James Rolfe, I don't respect James as much as I had, I guess. Um, but I still will watch James's videos, and I don't really wish anything bad on him, but I just don't respect the guy as much. Now, getting that out of the way, because I know some people think I am an AVGN fanboy just because I've made a few videos against Chris Boers. That is not the case. I've never even mentioned AVGN in any of my Chris Boers videos, ever. So, that's all I can say about that. Um, as for everything else about Chris Boers, I guess the real reason I wanted to make this video is the big reason is because of the people who he shouted out, and it just shows with this video and the other video that Chris Boers made, which I genuinely liked when it came out, was when he made that sort of parody or whatever of the AVGN Cheetahman 2 thing. Now, I think that was a great video. It came out right at the right time, and it really boosted my respect for the Irate Gamer, especially for all the stuff he had to go through in the past. I just found that to be really cool on his part that he actually did take initiative when he did. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about with Chris Boers and this video that he made is who he picked for the video. I think I just was redundant and said that already, but the people he picked for the video were at least two out of the three people that he picked for his shoutouts video were people that have ripped on him hard in the past, really bad. More or less, my videos were inspired off of these two people, and that was Ace Salieri and the Archfiend. And Chris Boers gave them a mentioned shout out sort of thing, which I watched all three videos of all three people who had shout outs, and they all seemed to, really appreciate that. And I did too, because even though I wasn't obviously on the list, I respected what Chris Boer's actions have done. And I really think post his new Irate Gamer show, aside from the videos I have made on him, um, that his just overall character, not so much as the irate gamer, but the way he carries himself as a person and the way he conducts his videos and just everything else. It seems that the guy, does carry himself in a reputable manner. And even with all the drama that goes on still with AVGN and Irate Gamer, it's still surprising that Chris Boers really hasn't mentioned a lot about it. The guy says in that video actually that he tries to stay as drama free as possible. While he still drops some hints and stuff, which is fine. I just think that some people are living in the past. They really are. Like I said, my videos were never meant to live in the past of the feud between AVGN and Irate Gamer. I never liked ever anyone saying that I was a huge AVGN fan and that I just completely hated Chris Bores. I never ever said that in any videos, and I never wanted to be looked on by that. However, like I've said before, there were mistakes and things Chris Bores had made that I feel personally, he could have done better and he just didn't. But beyond that, I think that overall, I respect Chris Bores a lot more now just because of the shoutouts that he made. And I honestly believe that 2013 is going to be the year of change for this whole Irate Gamer AVGN thing. I mean, it already sort of has happened just within the past year or so. I think 2013 is going to be the telltale year for Irate Gamer and AVGN. Um, Not to say I'm wishing bad upon either of them, but it's really going to show, you know, I think personally it's going to show whose show, really is better because, there's a whole lot of things going around right now, and there's a lot more people that are talking against AVGN rather than just the Archfiend or Ace Salieri. Now there's a lot of people coming out with videos like that. It's not to say people don't still hate on Chris Bores as well, and that's fine. But I think people should be a little more open to both sides, both AVGN and both Chris Bores. But the reason I more so emphasize Chris Bores is because most people just are still stuck in the past, jumping on the bandwagon of, oh, he's just a ripoff and all that. And I'm not saying that there haven't been things in the past that he said that weren't sort of ripped off or anything, or the styles are very similar or whatnot. But I honestly believe that, you know, Chris Bores had a lot of stuff where people were jumping to conclusions. And I think just a lot of the hate that he got just spread off of a couple videos that just kept following him and following him. And, that's another thing I also give Chris Bores respect for is how long he's still been here. Any other person here on YouTube would have packed their bags and went somewhere else. They would have went to, oh, I'm gonna go to that guy with the glasses or something. I'm just throwing an example out here. They would be doing something else besides YouTube or whatever. They wouldn't be doing that anymore. They'd just do something else. So the fact to see that Chris Bores is still here on YouTube and all that, it's just sort of commendable, I guess. Um, that's really all I've had to say. I may add more to these kinds of videos in the future, but I really just wanted to make a video because people do look forward to some of my reviews that fails videos, and some people just think I utterly hate the Irate Gamer, and I don't. There are videos where he just has, it seems, false information in certain videos. Will I take those videos down? If I do take them down, they'll be moved to a different channel. But I do not regret what I have said in any of those videos. I really don't regret anything I've ever said. So that's what I wanted to clear up. I wanted to clear up that I found a newfound respect for the Irate Gamer. Of course, I have a history of where I've talked against him, and there's a whole history of what sort of led that on. I've never given that history. Maybe I will at some point. But this video is just to commend Chris Bores, the Irate Gamer. You know, I still think he does great shows, entertaining shows. Some of his jokes are a little corny and cheesy, but overall, he does create still an entertaining product. You may not like some of the characters on his show, you may not like some of the characters he portrays, but looking beyond the Irate Gamer show and just looking at Chris Bores the person, I think Chris Bores as a person is a commendable person and that you should really look outside the box and, cut the guy some slack, you know? I mean, stop living in 2009 or 2007 or whatever period you found out about the whole war thing and how it was still going on, you know? It's time to get over that. You know, just harping on the past is gonna get you nowhere. You know, it doesn't do good for either. It doesn't make James look good because you're defending him under Chris Bohr's, you know, striking against Chris Bohr's the irate gamer, and it doesn't do good for Chris Bohr's either because you're really not giving the guy a chance, you know. Especially with his material that's strayed away from a lot of that. He sort of made it his own show after the Zombies Ate My Neighbors, if I remember right. That was kind of his pinnacle turning point of a video to where he sort of made it his own style. And then with the new HD show, I've kind of looked at that as the Irate Gamer movie. If you were to combine them all together, it would be like having the AVGN movie versus the Irate Gamer movie. But anyway, you can look. That's how I look at the situations openly. Um, you know, I rarely ever dislike anybody's videos, and to believe it or not, I think I've disliked more AVGN videos recently than I have the Irate Gamer. So, you know, it's whatever. It is what it is. Times change, people change, and the Irate Gamer and the Irate Gamer and um, James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd, have both shown, you know, how people can change within years. Anyway, I figured I'd wrap this video up by saying and ending a note on that, and expect more videos in the future, possibly another one on this subject. Peace.